From the inception of BDA to where it is now, do you feel like it's all been in the same core value? Like everything that you've seen and everything that you've done, do you feel at the end of the day, every night when you go to bed and you're like, I did this and this is great and this is exactly what I want it to be?
Things are definitely not exactly how I wanted them to be, but the core values are rock solid to me. They should never be compromised, you know. So when your core values are like an anchor and a foundation, it can make all the turbulence in the world or even in an organization a little more orderly.
Yeah.
Because, you know, with ours, knowing that, you know, your family's going to come first, knowing that you're going to try to find your passion and then have the resources to do it. Those are our three values. And whenever we're faced with a decision that's difficult, if you circle back to those, I think it makes it, things aren't as difficult. Yeah. You know, I think we make errors every day and a lot of mistakes. There's a lot of things that I think as an organization I would love to do differently, and we're constantly evolving. But the place that we are now in 2024, I would say with the leaders in place right now, the people around this table here and the people in leading California, Maine, Texas, Florida, I mean, it's like those people are so trustworthy now. And it took many years to build that circle, I think, just through, you know, every time there's a tough time is when you can tell someone's character. You know, because you're working through a difficult problem where there's threats of litigation or threats of, losing money or threats of outside issues. I mean, there's so many things that can occur. But what I've realized is that the more stress that you're under, and like, for example, if you and I are working through a really difficult problem and we come through it together and have each other's back, it just strengthens it. But I see plenty of opportunities throughout our organization, unfortunately, where the challenges break people and then the relationships are done. And I just feel like if we could all work through problems in a way that's logical, using the science, you know, and then just kindness, you know, I just feel like we could excel even quicker.
I think I heard you say this a couple times, and it's become like a theme throughout this talk. And I don't know if you guys have picked up on this, but like each time you went through something in your life, it sounds like it began to slowly get better and things got, you know, progressively, I guess I'll use the same word again, better when you found the right people. So like you said, like-minded people, like-minded core values, like-minded ethics. Like once those things came into place for you, it sounded like each time things started to progressively get better.
Yeah, I think that is a pattern, because it's like the people that you surround yourself with. It matters. It matters tremendously, because I've been in over the 20-year history of the organization. There's so many times that I thought I trusted someone, but I didn't vet out their skill set or their knowledge set. And just like that little diagram that we drew in there, the trust part seems to matter so much more than the competency part. So you can train up competency, especially in the field we're in. Yeah. You know, you can train up competency in certain skills, but trust or lack of trust is a little bit harder. Yeah. You know, to find that, because a person has a whole history that leads up to the opportunity of an employment. And what I've found is that someone could be extremely competent, sharp, but if they're not trustworthy, then they could be dangerous to the mission, because they have different motives.
I think I was going to ask for you to define trustworthy.
Yeah, I would say anytime people are transparent about challenges that they're facing and errors and problems, and they confide that in you and trying to figure out a way to work through it. It seems like you can always get through those things with transparency. But if people, like if a group is meeting, like on our Monday or Wednesday meetings, and we're all dancing around the truth and we're not comfortable being transparent in that small group, the problems won't be solved as rapidly as they could be if you're just really non-emotionally disagreeing with each other at times and then working through the disagreement because you have the same values.
So transparency, aka reporting out. Yeah.
Yeah.